Oh my god, my curls look so
I know, your curls look
good.
really good. I gotta cover this side of my face.
Cheers.
Okay, hello guys. I never know how to start these. We are here with Tiffany, my cousin. You've been in a video before.
Yes.
When I was filming last year.
When you first started the vlog stuff.
Yeah, I think one of the first vlogs again. You were in
The hotel.
Yeah, the hotel, yeah.
Yeah.
We are in New York City right now. You guys know that. I've told you guys that. Well, by the time you're watching this video, I would have already put my New York vlog video up. So you'll know that I'm in New York with my cousin Tiffany. And I thought I could take this opportunity to do a fun video for you guys. We have been talking about hair a lot because we both started growing out our hair, or growing our hair in different ways. So we got super connected through hair.
The hair journey.
The hair journey. I started growing my hair out because I got my last cut like 2 years ago. And Tiff, you started embracing your curls.
Yeah, because I was a slave, a flat iron slave.
For about
My whole life.
Yes, and then you started embracing curls for how long ago?
So I would say it's been a year and a half.
Yeah.
So the last time I flat ironed was April of 2019.
Okay.
So almost 2 years.
Yeah. So I thought we could take the opportunity to do a fun video of our hair journey and the hair evolution till now, since I have had crazy haircuts my whole life. So yeah, we're gonna show you how busted we've been to how glamorous we are now, you know, since this grew overnight. And that's what we're gonna do.
60 inches, I can't handle it. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, since you're the guest on my show, you can go first.
Okay. So, this little gem right here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh god, no, don't show all that. Okay, baby.
How old are you there?
I was 13. This is junior high school.
That's all her. All her
This is
inches.
all my hair. And I had the cheapest little Conair flat iron.
So this is your hair flat ironed?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it would take 4 hours.
Jeez.
4 hours. So yeah, this kind of was my thing throughout junior high school. It was, you know.
It's got a little red.
Oh, that's a blush.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing that like cold,
okay. Like
you
a
know,
little
that cold
Rudolph,
New
little
York
Rudolph
look, yeah.
like look moment.
So this is that.
Okay, so what's your second
Okay,
photo?
so I'm in LA, okay, I'm living life. And you know, I'm getting highlights. I'm getting more highlights, And you know, my hair was, let's see. No. Oh, boom,
Your
here we
hair's super
go.
long there.
Boom, we'll show this one.
Yeah.
So,
Perfect.
you know, I had like some baby highlights in there, and my hair was doing really good. I mean, this is like, I don't know, 2013. And then I went and I got more highlights. And then I went and I got like a Brazilian blowout. And then half of my hair fell out. Like it was just like kind of weak. Actually, no, my hair wasn't falling out yet. It was just weak.
Okay.
It was just weak. And I noticed that pieces of it were just kind of breaking off. And even though my hair felt weak and pieces of it was breaking off and the Brazilian, it didn't work with my hair, I still was very adamant about going more blonde. And it was cute at first.
Ooh, yeah. You can see where you've got different lengths in there that you're hiding.
Several lengths.
Yeah, you're hiding.
Lots of hiding.
Mm-hmm.
And exactly a month after getting that haircut. Oh, and this is still before the haircut. So my hair was looking really good. I was able to hide things. But once I got the haircut, this happened.
Oh my god.
I did not cut my hair. It all just broke off.
Which we know happens with bleach, and trying to like, it's really hard to like maintain long hair with bleach.
And it just sucked because I just wish that at that time I would have just owned that situation and just, don't know, fucking chopped the shit. but I was in denial. I didn't choose to have my hair short at that time. So I was just letting it struggle and just, no, I don't even want to trim. Just let it grow a little bit. And I was just letting, and it'll grow a little bit and then it'll break off. And it'll grow and then it'll break off. And so then I was just like rocking this whole weird, choppy weirdness for a little bit. I was away for a while and I tried to just kind of like roll with it.
Wow, it's so short.
Yeah.
It's so cute though.
So this, I just kind of did like 4 big braids and went to sleep while my hair was wet. And then I just like opened
That's
it.
cute.
Because
I feel like you should try that braid situation again with your hair now.
Oh, it's so much. I just don't
Still,
have the
4
energy.
braids. Get in there. See what it looks like. I feel like you'd get like a nice wave.
Like just a wavy.
Yeah.
So anyways, my hair was struggling for many years. The years are going on and I'm still in denial. Just like hiding things. I would just like use the wand and just like, you know, just zhuzh and just do like an up thing, because I just wanted to hide all these weird layers that I had, and they weren't even layers that I had cut. They were layers that were just breaking off. So finally, I think the very last thing that I posted, I mean, this was after my cut. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So this was after my cut, and I was just like, okay.
Okay, my fabulous evolution. Let's go back. So for this one, I think this is the year of my earliest haircut. You can't see it with the hat too much, but this is my first diva curl haircut. This was 2013. Yeah. I used to do this wavy situation here as well. And this is 2013.
That's a cute photo.
So that was my first haircut. I still kept the front really long. It was still a very soft haircut. Yeah, I super confident. I loved it. I loved how easy it was. I felt at this age very comfortable in my hair, very sexy, very grown. I felt like it made me look a little older. So yeah, I loved this phase.
I mean, you were feeling yourself.
I was. All my photos. Just, I was always a hand Instagram person.
I can't.
I think we did haircuts. Okay, so my first haircut, I was in a relationship, first boyfriend ever, and then I broke up with my first boyfriend ever, and tragic, you know, as that can be. And I really, you know, that moment where you cut your hair because you're going through a breakup. I had already like stolen an opportunity from myself because my hair was already short, so I decided that I had to go shorter. And shorter is this. Shorter is this is 2013 too. Okay, so I got my hair all in the same year. Okay, then I lost my man all in the same year. In losing that, I went to a regular like guy barber shop, sat in the chair and was just like, take it off. I didn't know that in sitting in that barbershop chair, I had to tell him not to line me up. Thankfully, he didn't line me up in the front, but I was fully lined on the side. All for it. Aggressive. I was really, by the time I had left there, I didn't know that I was getting lined up, so I remember being like shook. I remember just being like, it'll grow.
You owned it.
I did. I knew it would grow. I mean, I knew that at least the line would definitely fade in a week, so I'd be fine. So I just owned it and went with it. And yeah, this is, you know, that moments in my life, but that's what it looked like. And as it started growing out, I mean, I got to something like this.
Yeah, I liked that.
As it grew out and I let it grow out for a haircut, I would get this really curly, soft situation. And then it got really dramatic. So I had a moment when I moved back to New York, because I was living in Boston at the time. I broke up with my boyfriend at the time, moved back to New York City, and went full on, oh my God. So I started straightening the middle of my hair every single day, because I really wanted that guy haircut of when the guys have the shaved side, but the straight.
The mohawk.
Not even a mohawk, you know, I mean, it looks like a mohawk here, but that like
faux hawk,
foofy situation with the fade. And this was when I was hardcore masculine side of Faintly Masculine. I dressed in all men's clothes. I wanted to look like a boy, and I thought my hair was kind of holding me back from being full boy. So this was full boy.
I never saw this in person, by the way.
Really?
No.
Yeah, shaved the sides of my hair and straightened my hair every day, and you can see the struggle of the edges. Like her poor edges are just gone to the wind. Thanos away. Like, look at that struggle. But yeah, I thought I was hot shit. Like, I was sexy as fuck during this time, in my mind. Through my archived, since I've archived these dark photos.
Oh, I didn't even think about going to the archive.
Gotta go to the archive.
There might have been some gems
There's,
in there,
yeah,
guys,
you might gotta go back and show us.
No, that's why they're archived.
You gotta find the photos.
Oh wait.
Yeah, there's some. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into there. We're gonna get into there. So there was a period where I was finally deciding to grow my hair out, and this is what we looked like. Like, it was growing out the top. I stopped straightening the top of it, and I was shaving the sides still. And I mean, I also looked like this. You know, this is what my hair looked like for a while as my hair started to grow out.
But again, every look you owned it.
I didn't know I was ugly. That's the thing.
But you,
that's the thing. Like,
you
I looked like
ugly, but it was very interesting.
But like, I
mean, first of all, you can never be ugly because your face is beautiful.
Okay,
but you pull up any look.
But I still thought
it was
in all of those moments, I felt very beautiful. You know, I look back now and I'm like, oh my God, but I felt really good in that. So yeah, I owned the shit out of it.
I mean, that's great because I definitely know there were moments.
This was the first, oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying there were moments during all of that where I genuinely felt ugly.
Yeah. No, I loved the shit out of myself in this.
But then again, you chose these.
Yeah, I chose these.
I chose these.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Do you feel like we're good?
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. But yeah, still straight throughout my trip to Japan and Europe. And then it was, by the time I wasn't straightening anymore, I went back to a haircut. So I cut it again when I went back to New York City. And this was probably my favorite phase of short hair. I think I had finally learned how to have like a really nice, feminine, short haircut. I loved it this length. I had the curls. And yeah. And then right before I moved to LA, I decided that I was going to cut my hair one last time. And if I was, I had never ever colored my hair. Never colored, never dealt with that. And I wanted bleached hair. I wanted to be a new woman. I was moving to a new city.
Oh my God.
I wanted to be a new woman. I'd always wanted my hair crazy, crazy white. And I did it. Actually, where's that one photo? I don't know where it went. I didn't even archive it. Oh, I think it's on my actual Instagram. But pretty much, my hair was white.
Baby.
White,
baby.
straight. I don't even have to go to archive. I'm pretty sure.
When you got your
that
hair,
was like, this was 2017. This is my roots growing in.
Interesting.
And still looks great, but I needed it to be bleached. So I went to get my hair re-bleached.
I remember.
And it was awful. The color was awful. I went to some student situation in LA. I went there, re-bleached it. She could not bleach it. And that's where my hair, it just went downhill. Because now the parts of my hair that were already bleached before were breaking off. And I was just getting clumps and clumps in the shower. I was having spots. I had a bald spot at some point.
Oh no.
So I got my last haircut. It was super short, as you can see. You know, I looked like this.
Yes, I remember this.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Yeah, it was good, and that was my last haircut. Blonde was out,
Were you
chopped up.
This too?
Instagram, I don't know, social media girl trying to be. And that was my last haircut, and I have been growing it out every day since then.
Wait, what's the date on that?
That was 2018. That was September.
September of 2018.
Yeah,
okay.
September 2018.
Wow.
It's about 2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly 2 years. Wow.
And now you guys, you know, you've seen what my hair looks like. But we need to see your last photo.
I guess, so I was growing it out and...
You have to record again? Oh, you can.
Yeah. I guess what I can say is that I was growing it out and I was doing like a messy bun, like a messy bun situation. And then Ariel was just like, oh, what are you doing? It's time. It's time. You have enough growth up in here and you just need to let that go. So, and I did.
Because you just stopped flat ironing for a little bit and you were just doing the bun.
I was doing the bun because it was helping me to get the healthy hair to grow in. And I could hide the bad damaged part. And then I finally went and I got my first curly cut. And this is pretty much what I ended up with. I mean, yes, I still had some damage up in here. But for the most part, you know, I judged it and I rolled with it.
Most girls either shave it all off and start from scratch, and I think that is beautiful. And if you want to, like, some people just wanted to see their hair that short,
yeah,
but I don't think you always have to do that. And if you are, you know, you want to still have your length, I think it's okay to work with the different curls and have some of the straightish
there's
curls.
So much stuff that you can do with that in between, the interim,
and slowly cut off the dead hair to get you, you know, to a healthy length, because it's not everyone's path and journey to just rock bald hair, a bald ass head.
You know, but I really wish I would have had my Halle Berry moment.
Really? I doesn't say at that moment when you got your hair, when I knew you set up your hair appointment, it was the decision if you were gonna go really, really short or something a little bit safer. And now you've missed the mark of like doing it, at least right now, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm really feeling myself.
Yeah. But it would have been cute for you
would have been
short
cute
for a little while.
Yeah, it would have been cute.
Yeah. But you know, I just want to, like, you know, I think it's fair to say that you can play with the different textures for a little while, and you don't have to start from nothing.
No.
If that feels more comfortable to you. I think that we always kind of like give huge props to the girls who just shave off their hair and we say how brave they are. But I think as women, hair is a huge part of our lives and our journeys, and you're just as brave for cutting off any amount of it. You're just as brave for even embracing, you know, curls or waves from super straight. So I think that it's fair to do whatever is comfortable for you, and you're brave as fuck for that. Because looking, any style change, braids from how any style change that is different from how your hair normally takes a huge amount of courage to just be like, oh my god, this is what I look like now compared to what you're used to yourself looking like.
I mean, you're a whole different person.
Yeah, you're a whole different person.
You're a whole different person, and that can be very emotional.
Yeah, extremely.
Which is a great segue to remember the Kat Graham video.
Yes. Yeah.
So I brought up the Kat Graham video to you, and you were like, what? I'm so surprised you've never seen it before.
To me?
Yeah.
No, I had watched it.
No, you had watched it.
Oh, yes.
And you were so surprised that I hadn't watched it.
Yes.
Especially since it came out during pandemic. We're not doing anything.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed that video, but I missed that video.
But yes, please go watch that. It's Kat Graham's Vogue video, and she's one of the first girls to, like, you know, in the video, not to just do makeup or style, but do or skincare, like a lot of the
beauty routine.
It's the beauty routine videos that Vogue does, but she focused on hair, and we had slightly, we had very different opinions on the video.
Who wants to go first?
Okay, I think my opinion of the video, and I'm sorry if I'm gonna make people mad, but I think having our different opinions is what started this conversation for us. Yeah. I think for me, coming, and it might be a bit of a selfish bias, coming from a space of never understanding what natural hair meant, curly hair meant. I come from a family where my mom, I only ever wore my hair. I never had chemicals in my hair. I, you know, never did extensions or fake hair or weaves or any of that. I always kind of had the, you know, the beautiful blessing of someone who made me pretty confident in what it was to be a Black woman and have my hair and wear it out. I don't really align myself even with the word natural hair, because I think that's relative to all women. All women's hair is natural to them.
Right.
I like the term curly hair because I think that's the texture of my hair. It is curly. Whether it's curly, kinky, wavy, you know, go with it. But what does natural mean? As a hair texture,
white women
that's natural hair. Asian women, natural hair. I understand that the term probably stems from the fact that as Black and brown women, we have not embraced the naturalness of our hair, therefore adopted the word natural.
Right.
For me, if I'm explaining a hair texture in any way, it would be a curly hair, because we all have hair natural to us. But not offended, or everyone should use terms that they're comfortable with.
That's another video.
That's another video. That being said, when it came to Kat Graham's video, I think I was a little unnerved to find that a Black woman, and one of the first Black women, was talking about curly hair on Vogue and made it a conversation of not coming from an emotional place with hair, because I feel like a lot of the girls who are watching these videos might not be black or brown, might be women's of other color, and it just set this premise that our hair is so difficult and so hard and so unmanageable that it always comes from an emotional space. Yeah. Just like, you know, for me, I'm like, you know, like if we, and no offense to, I mean, Kat Graham at all, I don't really know who she is.
She's beautiful, she's amazing.
Beautiful, gorgeous, incredible, have no idea what she does. Didn't know her before this video, but my only issue of it was coming from such an emotional place, and it just sets this premise that our hair is just so difficult. And I feel like in 2020 we've got YouTube, we have information, we have books. There is just no excuse how you couldn't learn your own hair. And I think even me saying that was coming from a place of privilege and coming from a place of ignorance, because I've had the privilege of learning my hair. Like, I love YouTube hair videos. I YouTubed how to do seamless braids, you know? But I think you made me realize a more human, you know, response by being like, I don't see YouTube as a voice of inspiration, or YouTube as a,
like a resource?
Exactly. I don't see YouTube as a resource to learn your hair, because that's not how you started learning about your curls.
No. I don't even know, it didn't even occur to me that I should use YouTube as a resource for my hair.
Yeah.
I think that, so okay, rewind.
Yeah.
Going back to the whole emotional aspect of her video and why she got so emotional. You know, I connected with that. I connected with that because she said that she'd never seen herself like that.
Yeah.
And for me, this is still very new. I did not know this was under there. My mom has very straight hair. I grew up learning about my hair very much in the same way that my mom was learning about my hair. My mom did not know how to handle my hair. So she would listen to other people and do all sorts of crazy things to it, like hot combing my hair and like seeing a big old patch just fall out of it, or like having people relax my hair and then my scalp getting all burnt up. You know, it was just very difficult for her, and she didn't even know that I had, you know, quote, curly hair. And I don't think at that time there was that much knowledge about curly hair. So growing up, you know, with a mom who, you know, is Indian, and, you know, they very much just use like a lot of coconut oil and call it a day, she was very, very lost with my hair. So hearing Kat Graham say, you know, I've never seen myself like this, and her getting choked up about it, I appreciated that honesty. I connected with that feeling of not understanding just what embracing you and all aspects of you really meant. It really does come down to like even down to your hair.
Yeah.
You know, and I connected with that, and I didn't think of it as her fetishizing, you know, her like, I don't know, her hair in any way. I didn't think of it as, you know, her, I don't know, making it seem like we are so difficult.
Yeah.
I just embraced it as, wow, she's really discovering her identity and who she is and what that means to like embrace like your black girl hair.
Yeah.
You know? And as far as YouTube is concerned, like, yeah, it's so easy, I think now, to think, well, I can just look up something online. But for me, I guess, you know, they just throw so much at you in these videos. So I just always have this weird relationship when it comes to YouTube and looking up videos, because first of all, I don't trust a lot of your videos, which is something else that we can talk about. But I just feel like, you know, they're always just kind of selling you something.
Yeah.
And I've always learned growing up that when you use things, it's a very personal choice, a preference, and it's okay to, you know, try until you find something that really works, as opposed to just doing what everybody else is doing.
Yeah. And I think for me, I've always taken, I mean, I'm just someone who takes information with a grain of salt. For me, YouTube is the resource that has taught me how to manage my hair. But you know, I'm using my own brain when I am looking at these videos. You know, I'm not looking at a girl whose hair is different than mine. I'm not looking at a girl's hair who's like yours. I'm not looking at a girl who has really wavy hair and being like, okay, I can follow all her steps, use all these products, and I will look like that. I know that's unrealistic. I have connected with YouTubers who have hair and texture similar to mine, and I have, you know, played around with their techniques. I think techniques for me is what YouTube really gave me more than product. I have found the products that work for me based on playing with product and deciding what works. But technique, I've learned so much from YouTube in just watching girls play with their hair. So that has been my resource. But I did have to take a moment between the catgram video and how I realized that your education with your hair came from the fact that you had me, you know, not to toot my own horn in any way.
She's been such a huge resource.
But the fact that you had someone you felt safe with and comfortable with, someone whose family, and could come to the house and literally, I put my fingers in her hair.
I wouldn't have gotten to this if she wasn't in LA by then.
Yeah.
Because I
lost her again. I don't know why the camera actually...
Oh, she's focusing. Okay.
Okay, is it focusing?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why it stops. I have not learned one damn thing about this camera.
She is now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
I would have learned if it wasn't for you, and I wouldn't have had the patience to learn if it wasn't for you. Because I'm very much too, like, it needs to be tangible. I need to touch it. I need to feel it. So if somebody's not there actually putting product through my hair and really showing me and helping me, then I don't trust it.
Yeah. Like, I had come to the house and she's using 100 different products, and in my opinion, they're white girl products.
And they were just melting off.
Yeah, they're just, it's
melting off.
It's just...
No, I was using black girl products too.
But I think...
I was using, like, the Shea Moisture stuff. Which does not work for my hair, by the way. It just melts.
And doesn't work for me either. But,
I can't use the butters.
Yeah. Nothing with oils or butters really works for me if I'm trying to style my hair just curly. But again, to each their own. But I think it was that moment that I realized that, okay, you're a hands-on person. You needed me there to show you how to style your hair. And then the conversation, the light bulb kind of flashed in our heads of, like, what are our resources? How do you learn your hair?
Right.
If you are a mixed girl like Kat Graham, who never had someone to sit there with her and teach her hair, and now she learned in 2010 during quarantine and having a black hairstylist who was able to teach her hair.
Yeah. Yes, because that is how she learned.
She learned with her black hairstylist.
Her hairstylist was like, you just need to try this.
Yeah.
Let's just try it.
They gave her a deep conditioner, and that's all you need sometimes. You need that moisture.
Boom.
You know, and she needed that person. You needed that person. You know, so I start to think about the mixed girl, the non-black or brown mother, or the black mother who is of Indian descent, who does not have that type of hair, you know? How does that person teach their daughters or sons, you know? How are we learning? And for me, my resource is like, oh, YouTube. But we started to have a conversation around YouTube, and is YouTube and this overwhelming source of information helping or overwhelming people, you know?
I think it's dangerous.
Yeah.
I think it's a very dangerous space because YouTube teaches you to abandon your individuality and just be a robot. And I think that it doesn't allow people to really think and process things on their own. So
there's not enough context.
I think it's beautiful that there's so much content out there.
Yeah.
But again, allow yourself to be informed.
Inform yourself before you realize that, like, again, I'm doing the thing that I speak so fast that I have to catch my breath. Sorry. Ooh. I can't. Just nasty. Ooh. Okay,
it's a beautiful space.
It's a beautiful space.
And yeah, I don't want to come off negative. I don't want to come off negative Nancy. Yeah. I really don't.
No, but what we're saying is that you have to understand there's the YouTuber who only makes hair videos. Let's say I only made hair videos and I had to do a curly hair routine every week. I have to sell a different product. You know, you have these brands that make the same product, but they change the packaging and the fragrance and, you know, have a new line every month. When they sell that line and they send that line to a YouTuber who is sponsored and who's making money and has to advertise this product, now all of a sudden the person who maybe in her daily life uses the same products to achieve her curls, she is now showing you how to achieve them with a new line of product.
And also, you know how people are using all these products. They're using 3, 4, 5 products.
Oh my god.
Obviously, you're just packing it on there.
And I think that's where you got to a point where, I mean, I come over her house and she has 10 products in her hair.
And then you go outside.
You need a butter. Yeah. You need an oil. You need a deep conditioner, a gel, a conditioner, a leave-in conditioner, and then a gel, and then a mousse, and then a...
I walk outside and my whole shirt is drenched because it all was just like melting off.
Do you need this much product in your hair?
But they're trying to stuff all of those products in that video.
Yeah.
Because again,
because it's a company that is making products to sell. Like I think as Black and brown women, we have to understand that we have a history of spending any amount of money on hair in some way. So now we come to coming back to naturalness, and there's still a huge focus on any amount of money to sell product. This is a company that is probably not owned by someone that looks like you and realizes that you are a commodity and you will buy whatever they sell. So they use catchphrases and words like curly this and putting this and Frisno and blah, 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 blah.
And they know what colors to use on that packaging.
They know how Black and brown to make it, how ethnic to make it so you're comfortable. But they know that they can sell a Black or brown woman a $40 hair product. And if they advertise that this is the thing that's going to make your hair manageable, we will buy it. But for us, it's you need special products just for you, made for you, and you need 10 of them in order to achieve anything that is good, you know? So when YouTubers are selling you and showing you 10 different products for your hair, you have to understand that maybe they need to sell this line of products because the video is being paid for by this company. She's probably not even using all these products in her hair every day. And if she has every Shea Moisture line out there, and that's like, what, 10 lines? Do you need all 10 lines in order to achieve your hair? And I think that is tricky and detrimental to someone who needs to learn about their hair. Or, you know, like the other day, we went to CVS and this non-Black woman runs up to you.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart. And she's like grandma. So she's on the phone with someone in the family, and you can pick up that someone in the family is Black or brown, you know, in some way. She's a mixed girl. Some little mixed child is sitting at home.
She needs help.
She needs help. She needs help. And bless her soul, because little white grandma, or whatever race she was that was non-Black or brown, is in the stores on a mission to learn how to help this little girl. And I think that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Because sometimes you get the little Black and brown mixed child who's walking around and you're like, damn, let me help her. Let me get in there for her. But you had the woman who was trying to educate herself to help her little Black and brown baby, and she didn't know what to use. And she looks at you and she says,
she's like, what are you, your curls are so pretty, what do you use in your hair? And I was like, oh.
Because we love to save a curl. You know, to save a curl. We're out here saving a curl. And I'm sitting here, I'm listening, and I'm like, sell it, tell her the product she needs.
I was like, right this way. And we were on that aisle too.
We were in because she was in that little CVS corner, the tiny aisle, you know, that they give the Black and brown girls, and you got the diva curl, you got this, and she's looking at the $20 product, the $30 product. She was on the phone.
Because she was like, oh, I saw this girl, and she's gonna show me right now. She's gonna show me right now. And I go, I just use this right here.
Pointing to Eco Styler. A little $5 jar.
And I was like, yeah, I just use this. And she goes, you just use just that gel? And I go, yeah, I mean, and then whatever conditioner I use. And then she was like, oh, so that's just it. And I was like, yeah. And then she goes, oh yeah, this girl's showing me what she uses. It's just a gel. Oh, it's cheap.
Cheap. I think when I heard the word cheap, and she meant inexpensive in that way, and it clicked in my head, and it further confirmed our idea that we're selling, or YouTube and this industry is selling 10 products that cost a lot of money. And if you think about, you've got a 10-year-old somewhere, you know, a 10-year-old cannot afford all these luxury products. A little girl in high school cannot afford all these products, and we're pushing that she needs a line of products to put in her hair. And this woman was like, wow, you mean at $4 I can do my little girl's hair?
She was flabbergasted.
And it's not fair, you know. It's not fair when you think about her high school student friends, you know, are these non-Black girls who are using their Tresemes, and they're getting the little conditioner and the little hairspray with their little money, and they can, you know, be them. So I can understand now Kat Graham's emotionalness, because you were raised in these white communities and these non-Black communities. You're surrounded by girls who can use anything at any cost, and someone is telling you you need 10 products that round up to $50 to $60.
To inundate somebody with all of that, you give up. You're like, oh,
how do you learn? How can you learn
I'm
with
not
that?
gonna do this curl thing. Forget about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was so surprised that that's what I used.
Yeah. I think that a lot of times as Black and brown women, we think that we're using these products and we're doing a great thing because they're maybe owned by people like us.
Yeah.
That, and at some point a lot of them probably were.
Right.
And we're forgetting that these are giant companies.
Yep.
Who are marketing products to you.
Yes.
And it is in their best interest to make those products at a higher cost, because we're willing to pay for
Yep.
it, and sell you 10 products to get you to where you need to go.
Because you need the co-wash, you need the leave-in, you need the gel, you need the...
Like, a co-wash means wash your damn hair with conditioner. Leave-in conditioner means leave the conditioner you have in your house in your hair. Yeah. Does it mean I need a separate product, which is probably the conditioner, watered down?
Yeah, they dilute it.
Dilute it.
Yeah, and then they slap another name on it.
But then you bought that, and you bought that, and you bought that, and it works. It's in their best interest that you buy this. And I think that we're stuck on brand names and packagings and catchy, Black and brown words to affirm what we need. And I'm really happy with my $5 Go Styler.
Yeah.
And I think that if we were more honest with ourselves and in the community, we could be saving curls all around the world.
Oh.
We were segregating our conversation into brands, and Tiffany made a good point about products that we use in our hair now, and how it's beautiful.
And it's not your typical what you would think.
Yeah. That do you have to use Black girl products geared towards us? And is there everyday products that work for you? And does the curly natural hair community sort of shame you or not educate you on products that already exist in the store, that have been in the store, that are probably cheap and mainstream, that work wonders on our hair?
Because we need a lot of products.
Yeah.
Some of us have a lot of hair.
Yeah. So I need that conditioner to be $4.
It needs to last. Yeah. And you need to not feel guilty about just
using all of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have to skimp on product because it's so expensive.
No.
And I have to go all the way to some shop to find it. And I even say that now because, New York City is a super diverse city. You can walk into any CVS. You can go into, there's a,
Ricky's, Ricky's still.
Ricky's, yeah. There's Ricky's, Sally's. And there's also a black girl
hole in the wall.
Yeah, Black girl beauty supply stores.
Yes, exactly.
So I have grown up having products super accessible to me. Moving to LA and realizing that I live in a community that is not Black and brown, there is a very tiny section in CVS that has anything for me. And then I realized, holy shit, I'm in Los Angeles. Like, this is a huge city. And if this is the lack of diversity that allows you to have products that's accessible to you, what is it like growing up in, like, the Midwest as a brown person in a small town where you're the only Black girl or you're the only mixed girl? You might not have anything. So should I have to order everything online?
No, you should just be able to take your ass to a CVS, a Dwayne Reed, a Rite Aid.
Yeah.
What other ones are there? I think I hit all of them.
Yeah, I hit all of them.
Oh, that's a trifecta, isn't it?
Yeah. You should have one of those in your city.
Yeah. You should be able to go there and get at least 2 of your products.
Yeah. I feel like that's progress. That's inclusivity.
And it can be affordable.
It should be affordable.
Spending $20-something on a gel.
Yeah.
What would you use? This little baby bit?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to, I need to get in there and not even think about it. Even if some falls down, I could be like, oh.
I don't care, because I'm real liberal with mine, because it doesn't cost much.
Very liberal.
Yeah.
You're so annoying. I can't handle you. She's feeling herself. Okay. So I use the Aussie leave-in the 3-minute mask conditioner.
Yes.
No, not leave-in. Deep conditioner.
3-minute moist deep conditioner.
Yes.
I made a video. You guys already saw that I sold this product to you.
I use the same one.
And she's the one who showed me how to use it. I've been using a nice, more expensive conditioner my whole life, but during quarantine, it wasn't accessible to me. And I've never been able to go into CVS and get conditioner or shampoo. I've never been able to, just because all the brands, even like the Black and brown brands of conditioner, don't have the slip that I like. And she opened the world up to showing me that there is a really thick moisturizing,
don't sleep on Aussie
conditioner in the white girl section for my nappy hair.
Yes, it's amazing.
And I think that was a blessing, and it also was another light bulb to realize that, like, if more mixed girls, if more non-black moms knew that they could go into CVS in their hair section and find a conditioner that would work on their daughters that was $4, $5. They could go to Target and get the bigger one. You know, that how inclusive that would be. You know, why are our products segregated? You know, there's the black girl hair section in CVS. You know, maybe a mixed girl who is working through her identity, shopping with her friends, feels very scared and excluded walking into the section that's supposedly for her. You know, why can't our sections be mixed in? You know, how much progress is there when we've constantly divided ourselves through different parts of our black and brownness, you know? But yeah, my camera battery is dying. This video is going to be very long. We hope you guys have enjoyed.
I hope they like it. I hope they're not like, oh God, who the fuck do they think they are?
I don't want that to be like, who do you think you are to say all this? I also, again, am not bashing anyone. I am not bashing the hair community, the YouTube community, the product community. I am just stating my opinion. That way we can have a conversation and we can be thinking consumers and thinking educators, and maybe just find a way to educate ourselves and people who might have less resources than us and what we should do. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to have you on my show. Thank you for coming to my show. Thank you for being on Faintly Masculine.
Oh my God, I loved it.
Thank you for taking the time.
Just let me know.
It has been great. It has been ridiculous. It has been long. Please, I'd love to see more of a conversation in the comment section.
Let us know what you think. I would love to know what they think.
Yes, I really want to know what you guys think. I really want to know if this is a conversation, if these are thoughts that have gone through your head. You know, I think as long as we're constantly talking as a community, then we're progressing. The minute we close our minds and we're having the same conversation, that is detrimental to us. And I'm talking really fast to try and get it all in there. And yeah, thank you for watching, you guys. This is it from us.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was bad. Bye.
Bye.